Hello, everybody. Wolf Eyes, what's going on? Hey, Cousin Annie. I'm good. I'm doing good. So, I want to do some readings on Daunte. Hey, Joe Beth. I wanted to do some readings on Daunte Wright, who was murdered by the cop in Minneapolis. That's going to be the first thing I'm going to focus on. It's been bothering me since I woke up in the middle of the night and to the news. Like my laptop was still on, and I heard about the shooting, and I thought maybe I was like, am I hearing this right? Like there was another shooting. This was like 3 o'clock in the morning when I heard about it. This is when the protests had erupted in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. Oh, you did, Wolf Eyes? Congrats. Hi, Prashi. I'm good. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. But like I was saying, like I guess I got the news late, maybe. I don't know. This was probably like Sunday, early Sunday morning. That or it's Monday morning that I heard about this and saw the protests that were happening. Um, that night, the night that it all actually happened, and I just shook my head. And I wanted to come on earlier and actually do a read on Daunte Wright. And as I was thinking about it, I literally saw Minnesota. Like I saw like this big hole open up where Minnesota is, and the whole city just fell into this hole. Like the city just disappeared. And I was like, oh, well, that can't be good. That cannot be good. you know? So I'm trying to read what you guys are writing. I gotta get my glasses. Hold on. Yeah, it's really sad. Yeah, it happened Sunday afternoon, but I didn't get the news until like 3 o'clock in the morning on Monday. Yeah, definitely prayers for the family. I'm just gonna grab my glasses and I'll be right back. So the first thing I can tell you guys before I actually go ahead and shuffle is that um, he was scared, poor darling. That's why he ran. That's why he got in his car and he tried to run. He was scared. He didn't know what was going on. And if you think about it, like you're 10 miles away from where George Floyd was murdered by Derek Chauvin. I would be scared too because you don't know what's going to happen to you when you encounter the police if you black or if you're brown or if you're even poor white. You don't even know what's going to happen to you. Now, if you got money and you're white and you got connections, you're not going to have any problems. Even if you don't have any money and you're white, you're not going to have any problems with the police generally. Um, they can go home and they can take off their uniforms. I can't take off my brown skin. I can't take off my blackness. I can't take that off. That's the first thing. And I'm so tired of hearing, and I'm so tired of having to say, not all police officers are the same. It's beginning to be a broken record because when it comes down to it, all of them are going to stick together. That blue uniform, you can take off when you go home, right? So even if you do hire people that look like the demographics of the areas that they work in, I don't know if that black person that you hire how do I know that person's not a sellout? How do I know that person is not going to be loyal to the blue before they're loyal to the black? You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. I'm angry. I'm upset. I believe in protest. I believe that peaceful protests should continue. I'm not down with the looting and all of that stuff. I don't care nothing about that. But the peaceful protests, I agree with. At the same time, I am telling y'all, I saw that state, I shouldn't say city, I saw that state imploding. Like it literally, like the earth opened up and the city just went in it. They gonna burn that motherfucker down, I'm telling y'all. Excuse my language. I try not to curse, but they gonna burn it down. That place is going to burn down. And if Derek Chauvin gets off, I'm afraid of what's going to happen. Okay? I'm just reading what y'all put because I just went off on a tangent. Yeah, Annie, I see what you put. They don't know the difference of their gun and a taser. They do. I mean, come on, even I know the difference between a gun and a taser. You even hold it differently. Yes, that's somebody else. I forgot. I didn't have enough room to put everybody. I didn't have enough room to put all the injustices that are going on. I ran out of space. Well, Wolf Eyes, yes, that's not fair either. But whoever shot that police officer, whoever shot that state trooper, they're going to have consequences. I'm afraid it's not the same when it comes down to black, brown, and poor white people in this country. If I were to shoot, if a police officer were to shoot me, there probably won't be any consequences. They're going to find some reason to justify them murdering me or someone else. And then they get off. And then they're protected by a union, um, a union that has basically set up um, 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 has set it up to where police officers don't have any consequences. It's hard to get consequences for a police officer. However, if one of us shoots them, then you get the death penalty. 25 years to life, whatever, just because they wear a blue uniform. The shield has become a shield to protect racists and bigots. I hate to say it. And yeah, there may be some good cops, but when it comes down to it, they're going to protect one another. Yeah, that's right, beautiful B5. They get to go home to their families after they murder someone, and if they get fired, or if they get fired or whatever, they get to collect their pension and live a fat ass life. I don't think that's right. Yes, for entertainment purposes only. Hey, Wolf Eyes, so do I. I have high-ranking law enforcement family members. So do I. I'm not going to bite my tongue, though. I'm not going to bite my tongue from what I see, what the injustices are. Hey, Patricia, I miss you. Hey, Pinky Lee. Yeah, and to be honest with you, beautiful BFAB, I honestly think that that's what happened at the scene with Daunte Wright. They were trying to clean it up enough to where they could get their stories together, Everybody be on the same page. We're gonna say that this was an accident. Everybody was getting on the same page. They were cleaning that up. Yes, it is. Injustice is everywhere. It's beyond sad. It's actually inhumane. Wait, who's connected to the white supremacists over in Hawaii, Patricia? So listen, I went out for my run this morning, and I was driving back home, and I'm listening to the news on CNN. I'm addicted to it. Like I have it in my car, I got it in my house. I got it on my phone. I do not miss a beat. Um, I was listening to CNN, and they did a news conference, and they said that the police chief and the police officer um, um, who shot the young man, Daunte Wright, resigned. That pissed me off. That pissed me off because right there, without any cards, just with my instincts, they were told by the union, resign before you are fired. One, if you resign, we're going to get you off from this. Well, the chief kind of said that yesterday without realizing it. He tried to clean it up later, where he said she's allowed due process. This police officer is allowed due process before she's allowed to go back to work. So right there, he told us that she was going to be allowed to come back to work. They were just going to give, to me, they were just going to give this a little bit of time. Sorry. They were just going to give this a little bit of time to blow over, say that she's allowed due process, pay out the family, and to um, allow her to return back to work. Well, were pushing for them to be fired. So before they could get fired, they allowed them to resign so that they can go somewhere else and work. If they were to get fired, they wouldn't be able to work in law enforcement anymore. But by allowing them to resign, they can. They can go somewhere else and shoot another black kid or adult, shoot another Latino, shoot another poor white, and get away with it. They need both of I'm glad that the chief actually resigned. Um, And I'm glad, I think that the police officer should have been fired, but unfortunately she wasn't. She was allowed to resign, but she should not be allowed to work anywhere else in law enforcement again. That's my own personal opinion. Patricia, I saw that on the news about the transgender LGBTQ community in sports. I saw that on the news. I didn't know about the abortions. I guess I'm not that up to date on stuff. I didn't know that about the abortions. Yeah, beautiful be fab. That is so true. They do go harder for animals. I'm so tired. I love animals, okay? But because of the climate for minorities right now in this country, every time I see a commercial where they play the sad music and you see the cute little puppy dog with the sad eyes and they want you to give money, I'm thinking to myself, hell, they need to run some of these commercials for black and brown people in this country. Donate some money. Maybe we can figure out a way to police our own communities, redirect that money into the communities. Yep, Patricia, there's definitely voter suppression going on, especially in the red states. That's right, Wolf Eyes. There have been a lot of cases going through this. Yes, Patricia, we were just talking about that, and I was just saying there's so much bullshit going on with the way minorities are being treated in the United States. I ran out of room of what the title of this was going to be. Maybe I should have just called it Injustices. Oh, the Boogaloo Boys, the Boogaloo Boys, yeah. Hey, Key. Yeah. Yep, you're right, Patricia. He's gonna resign and he's still gonna get that his retirement. It's annoying. Like things with the union, look, I'm all for the union, okay? I'm in a union. So I'm all for the union. But when it comes down to the fact that your police officers are being protected from they're immune from any consequences when they murder people, when they abuse people, they do corrupt things like um, uh, rape prostitutes and tell them not to say anything, or else they're going to make sure that they go to jail next time. When they force women to give them oral sex if they're a prostitute, and then tell them not to say anything or they're going to be in trouble. Or when they pull up on a drug dealer, arrest them, steal their drugs and their money, and then say, you better not say anything or I'll make sure that this happens to you, because they do it. I know they do it. It happens. It definitely happens. That system is corrupt. And yes, Wolf Eyes, yes, murders do happen. Black on black crime is a very real thing. I sure wish cops would stop dropping those guns off in black neighborhoods with the drugs. I wish they would stop doing that. But hey, that's just me. That's just me. Saying that black on black crime, the shooting of one another, has to stop does not excuse the fact that police officers are murdering black and brown people at higher rates than I can't even at very high rates. I'll just leave it at that. At very high rates. Okay? So when people bring up, oh, we got to stop killing each other, I'm tired of hearing it. I'm done with hearing that. Okay, it's a statistic. Yes, it does go on. I'm talking about cops. That's right, Sharon. No more in the dark. You too, Wolf Eyes. You have a blessed day and think about what I said. Patricia, I know it happens. I know that that happens. I know that that happens. Yep, that's how they get down. That's how a lot of them get down. That's how a lot of them get down. I'm just curious, how many of y'all know more than how many of y'all have how many people have actually met an upright, honest police officer? At least one. How many people have met an upright, honest police officer? Yeah, that's right, Patricia. Not you? Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to think. Nobody else is responding, so I'm assuming that nobody else has either. All right, let me go ahead and do this read on Daunte Wright. Thank you, angels. Thank you. Thank you, angels. He's still scared. Even in spirit, he's still afraid. He's still afraid. Thank you, angels. Thank you. Thank you, angels. I'm just tired. I'm just tired of it. You know, you guys, uh, thank you, angels. Thank you. Thank you, angels. Thank you. Thank you, angels. Thank you. I'm asking about Daunte Wright. Show us what happened with Daunte Wright. Show us what happened with Daunte Wright. Show us what happened with Daunte Wright. Well, Patricia, they got rid of slavery and created a new one with the prison system. They created a new one with the prison system. There's a lot of good documentaries out there. Hmm. The Fool, the Fool, the Fool, he made a foolish decision. He was young. He's a kid. He made a foolish decision. Okay. Hmm. I got the Three of Cups crossing this. The Three of Cups. The Three of Cups. Just out enjoying his day, having a good time, out with his family, out with his girlfriend. Hmm. The next card that I have here is the Lovers. This was some sort of agreement. This was some sort of agreement, some sort of what I'm hearing with this card is this was already contracted into his destiny. This was already contracted into his destiny. Okay, the next card that we have is Strife. We know that you see the marijuana here, right? You see the marijuana. So he did have a misdemeanor, a warrant for a misdemeanor. I think it was for marijuana, having marijuana. So this is in the past position. This is strife. This is struggle. This is struggle. Okay. The next card that we have here is the World card. This is what sits on top of the reed. We have the World card. I'm sorry, I'm just listening. I'm just listening if I'm quiet. What I'm hearing with this card is that once he actually crossed over, someone did greet him. Someone was actually present before he actually passed away. Someone was waiting for him. Nobody else could see this, but there was someone waiting there for him to leave his body. Okay, this was probably more than likely a man. In the future position, I have the Knight of Cups, the love song, the Knight of Cups, the love song. Him sending love to his family, sending love to his family from the other side. We've got the Ten of Wands, burden. The subword here is completion, the end of any strife and struggles that he may have had. Okay, so the next card that I got was the Page of Wands. And with this card, I'm not feeling this is in the feelings position. I'm not feeling that this person felt angry. Daunte Wright did not feel angry, but I think that he felt like people saw him and still see him in a way that he wasn't. You see, this person is a rebel, right? If you just look at this person and judge from outward appearances, you would think that they're a punk kid, a rebel. Life is chaotic. There's chaos around this person. Things are falling apart. A poor kid, maybe growing up in a poor neighborhood. Not thinking that there's more going on underneath than what you see on the exterior. The Page of Wands, Wands is about communication. So instead of just seeing this kid for who you think he is, maybe he had more to say. Maybe he had more to offer. Okay. In the hopes and fears position, I have the Queen of Cups, the throne of emotion, the fear that his family is not going to handle this well. I mean, what? He was a 20-year-old child. To me, that's a child. He was a kid. I can't even imagine losing a child, let alone losing a child so tragically. If his mother could have anticipated what would have happened to him because she gave him her old car, she never would have done it. But it was written, it was contracted. That was in his contract. He's going to make sure that the truth comes out. I have the Eight of Wands, the direct action. You see this young African American guy carrying a bag of truth. He's going to make sure that the truth comes out. He's going to make sure that the truth comes out. I want to use a different deck. Show me what we don't know regarding what happened to Daunte Wright. Show me what we don't know regarding Daunte Wright. Show me what we don't know regarding Daunte Wright. Defeat. Defeat. Is this defeat as far as the police officers are going to be defeated? If this goes to trial, if someone is charged, or is this the police officer defeating Daunte Wright? You have the spider and you have the prey. Defeat. We have the son of air here. We have the son of air. And if you look at this picture, this is an innocent kid. This is a completely unaware. This kid is completely unaware. This is what's okay. So what I'm hearing with this was target. Okay, you set the trap for your prey. They get tangled in it. They get tangled in the trap, and you go in for the kill. And that's kind of like what they did, right? There was really no reason to pull him over because the police officers everywhere in the United States, but even in Minnesota, are aware that a lot of people aren't getting their tags on time for their cars because it's logged up. It's logged up because of the pandemic. It's a huge backlog because of the pandemic. So he shouldn't have been pulled over for his tags. They say they pulled him over because of the tags. He told his mom that they told him they were pulling him over because he had air fresheners on the rear view mirror. That's just stupid. That's stupid. I got the disappointment card in reverse, disappointment card in reverse at the base of the reed. Son of Earth in the past position. I got the judgment card in reverse. So nothing's going to happen to this officer. Nothing's going to happen to the officer who murdered him. There's not going to be any judgment. No judgment against her. No judgment against her. This is already happened. I got the Lover's card again. This has to do with contracts. This has to do with contracts this contract is being broken. The contract between this officer and the chief, between them and the police, the police station there. I got the Father of Earth in the reverse, in the position that represents the situation. Let me see. I just want to see. Okay, so with the Son of Earth in reverse in the past position, it symbolizes stubbornness, inflexibility, lack of focus. Maybe he was a stubborn kid. I don't know. Maybe that's who he was in the past. And then the Father of Earth in reverse. Intolerance. That has to do with intolerance. Now, here's another thing, another meaning for the Father of Earth in reverse. Jealousy of others' success. Now, I'm sure you guys have heard the argument that there are some whites who get upset when they see Black people advancing. If you haven't heard that argument before, it's a very real argument. And so they work at trying to take those things away, discredit the people who've worked very hard to get the things that they want. That's a very real thing. So I'm only bringing that up because that's one of the meanings of the card. In the feelings position, I got the Daughter of Fire. I got the Daughter of Fire. Let's see. That one actually came in the upright position. Yeah, this kid had a passion, enthusiasm, spirit, joy of life, passion. The kid had a joy for life. It was cut short. It was cut too short. Cut too short. Okay? I don't think anything's going to happen to this police officer. I don't think anything's going to happen to the police officer. All right, let's move on to the Derek Chauvin trial, or the Derek Chauvin trial against George Floyd. I mean, regarding George Floyd. Yeah, I know, and I think the baby was in the car with him. Oh my God, that's crazy, Patricia. That's crazy. All right, let's talk about the George Floyd trial. So the prosecution rested their case, right? So now the defense is bringing their witnesses. I don't know if you guys have been following it, but I was listening to the trial this morning, and they brought the first witness up. Um, I can't remember. I can't really remember what the guy's position was, but they showed a video from like 2019 when George Floyd actually was stopped before, and they took him out of the car, and they put him in handcuffs, blah blah blah. But it basically, it's like the analyst said this morning on CNN, it basically proves the case of the prosecution. He survived that. That was de-escalated. That officer actually de-escalated that situation. So you're just proving that Derek Chauvin was out of control. He was a rogue cop doing crazy stuff. Oh, they're probably watching us, Sharon. That's probably why it got garbled. So I want to do a read on this trial. Let's see. Thank you, angels. 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 Thank you. Thank you, angels. Show us what's going on with the defense in the George Floyd, Derek Chauvin trial. What's going on with the defense in the Derek Chauvin trial? What's going on with the defense in the Derek Chauvin trial? Can you hear me better now, Sharon? Is it better? What's going on with the defense in the Derek Chauvin trial? Okay, I will call you. I will definitely call you, Patricia. Show us what's going on in the Derek Chauvin trial. Huh. I got the Ten of Pentacles. I got the Ten of Pentacles. I think they're going to try to make Derek Chauvin seem like this upstanding, family-oriented guy. That's one thing. But there's some money, something about money as far as that defense goes. Let me see. Let me see. Somehow there's a lot of money being poured into the defense of those police officers. I don't know if it's coming from the union. I don't know if it's coming from private donors, but there's a lot of money being poured into trying to protect all of those police officers. Okay. Mm. What crosses this is the Five of Cups. It came in reverse. What crosses this is the Five of Cups in reverse. The Five of Cups in reverse. Just want to see. I don't want to miss a beat, so I want to look and see. Mm. What crosses this, the Five of Cups in reverse means renewal, new alliances, the return of a lost one, courage to overcome difficulties. Well, we know it ain't the return of a lost one. So because George Floyd ain't coming back, and the courage to overcome difficulties. So what does that mean? Does that mean that he's gonna get off? That the defense is gonna be able to prove their case? I don't know. I don't know. Swift communication is at the base of the read. We have the Eight of Swords, the swift communication. I'm sorry, the Eight of Wands. Sorry about that. The Eight of Wands. They're going to move possibly through their witnesses very quickly. It's not going to take 2 weeks for them to um, go through anyone that's going to take the stand in defense of what Derek Chauvin did. I think that's going to move very quickly. So, the Eight of Wands is swift activity, the path of activity, hope, freedom of action after a period of inaction, too swift a pace, decisions made too hastily. So I don't know, that could be good or bad. It could be good or bad. It could be good or bad. In the past position, we have the Eight of Swords. Now, in the upright position, you guys know that this could represent prison. This is in the past position, and it's in reverse. It's in reverse. Maybe in the past, they felt like he would be able to escape going to prison. Maybe now they're questioning whether that's going to happen or not. Well, yeah, in the past position, it says respite from fear, new beginnings, freedom, and release, which he was released from jail. He was released from jail on bond. What sits on top of the reed is the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles in reverse. The King of Pentacles in reverse. A tendency towards stupidity, a tendency towards stubbornness, perverse use of talents, a dangerous man when angry. I think this is definitely Derek Chauvin. And I think that the prosecution, I think he fits into that category of a dangerous man when angry. Or they're going to try to portray um, George Floyd as a dangerous man, even though he wasn't angry. Okay. In the future position, we have the Seven of Cups. Now, in the upright position, the Seven of Cups it has to do with choices, right? You're daydreaming. You're thinking about your choices. But here it's coming in reverse. We got it in reverse, right? So in reverse, strong will, action, and determination. Static, huh? I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. The defense is fully aware that this is going to be a long haul. This is going to be an uphill battle for them. trying to prove Derek Chauvin's innocence. Okay? It's a burden. It's a burden. Their feeling is either stay strong or they feel like they have a strong defense. This is the fear. The fear of going up the river. You know what up the river means. That old saying is going to jail, going to prison. That's the fear. Is it still staticky? Is it still staticky? In the final outcome, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. The Queen of Wands in reverse. Let's see. Passion overrules all other concerns. It's still staticky? Let me see. Maybe if I turn it off and then turn it back on. How about now? Is that better? How about now? Is that better? Sharon. I might have to log off and then log back on because I don't know what else to do. Let me see. Okay, that's better? Yay! Okay. All right. Now, let's talk about Karen. What's the guy's name? Let's talk about all I can remember is his first name is Karen, the guy, the lieutenant, the army lieutenant who was detained, arrested, pepper sprayed, violated. I mean, it's just a whole list of things that went wrong with that stop. Let's talk about him. What was his last name? What's that lieutenant's last name? Let's see. Oh my God, I just got a text message from the Color of Change. Enough is enough. The police who murdered Daunte Wright in Minnesota yesterday must be fired now. Take action. So I'll be signing that. Let me see. Oh, do you, Sharon? Do you think it's better? Nazario. His name is Karen Nazario. Let's see what's going on with that. Let's see. Thank you, angels. Thank you, angels. Show us what's going on with Sharon. Karen Nazario. I just married you off to Karen Nazario, Sharon. Show us what's going on with Karen Nazario. Show us what's going on with Karen Nazario. So I got the Three of Wands in reverse, Enterprise in reverse. But what I heard with that card was, this is not going to even go to like a trial or anything like that. It's going to be settled. It's going to be settled outside of court. They're going to come to some sort of a settlement outside of court. We've got the Star of Hope crossing this. The Star of Hope. He's going to win his case. He's going to win it. This is going to spark more changes in that particular police department or that area of Virginia where this happened. This is going to allow for a new beginning for Lieutenant Nazario. They might even actually want him to give him the opportunity to even join the police force. This is the conflict that happened when he got stopped. This is the conflict in the past position. Intuition sits on top of this read. He followed his instincts. He was right for stopping in a well-lit area. He did the right thing. He did the right thing by recording what actually happened. He followed his gut, basically. So by him following his gut instinct and staying calm, it helped the situation. We got the potency card in reverse. This is just going to fizzle out. It's just going to, they just want it to disappear. Like it's already been brought to light. So the quicker it leaves, the better for them. That's how they feel, the better for them. I got the reflection card, him reflecting on what happened to him. Him reflecting on what could have happened to him if he hadn't followed his gut, followed his instinct. This is also the police officers who stopped them having to reflect on what happened, the police department and the city that he was stopped in having to reflect on what happened. Yeah, he's gonna get paid out fairly quickly. That's something that's gonna happen relatively quickly. In the hopes and fears position, we have the Tower. We have the Tower. The fear that things could have gone worse than it actually did. It could have resulted in death. This could have resulted in death. It could have resulted in him dying, right? Okay. All right, you guys, I've been on for like an hour. Do you guys have anything else you want me to look at? Any other questions about anything you want me to look at? There's only 6 of us here, so if you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask now. You too. You too. You guys have a blessed one, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.